Our next problem is number 6. Which answer choice represents the solution to the expression 7x is less than 28? So once again, we have to get x on a side by itself. The first thing that we have to do is say, are the 7 and the letter, are they connected? Are they squished together? And if they are squished together, that means they're together through multiplication. The only way to undo this multiplication is by division. So we have to divide both sides by 7. So 7x divided by 7 will leave us with x. And then 28 divided by 7 will leave us with 4. Now, once again, the only reason we would flip the sign is if we divided or multiplied by a negative. In this case, the 7 is positive, so we don't need to flip the sign. So what we're left with is x is less than 4. The first thing that we need to know is we know that this sign, less than, we would have to use an open circle. A circle that looks like this to mark it. That means we can automatically cross off A, and we can cross off B. Now, if I say it again, x is less than 4. So we have to pick all the numbers that are less than 4. 3 is less than 4. 2 is less than 4. All the numbers going this way would be less than 4. So that would be our correct answer. Over here, 5 is bigger than 4, so that's not right. 6 is bigger than 4, so that's not right. And our correct answer is C. On number 7, I'm asking to write the prime factorization. The way we find the prime factorization is by breaking down this number until we only have prime numbers left. The first thing I'm going to look at is I know that this number is even, so I can divide by 2. So what I'm going to have to do to find the two factors is I'm going to do division. 192 divided by 2. 2 can't go into 1. 2 can go into 19 9 times. And then 2 can go into 12 6 times. So what we're going to be left with is we know that 2 is a factor, and we know that 96 is a factor. Now, once again, the key word in this is prime factorization. So we're looking for prime numbers. We know that the only way to get to 2 is by 2 times 1, so 2 is a prime number. But now we have to keep going with 96. Once again, we know that 96 is even, so we can divide by 2. If I go ahead and divide it all out, 96 divided by 2, I will get 2 and 48. Once again, 2 is a prime number, so I can circle it. I still have to break down 48. Once again, I know that that's even, so I can divide by 2. If I do the division, 48 divided by 2 will give me 24. Same step again. I know that 24 is even, so I can divide by 2, and the other factor would be 12. Once again, same step. 12 is even, so I can divide by 2. The other factor is 6. And lastly, 6 is even, so I can divide by 2. And the other factor is going to be 3, which is also prime. So if I'm writing the prime factorization of 192, I'm going to count the number of 2's I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to have 2 to the 6th power times, what's the other factor? 3. And because there's only one 3, I don't need to put an exponent. On number 8, just to see if you watched the video, what I would like to have done is if you could just put a parent signature right there.